Well, I titled this video, Putin's Plans for America, World War III. Now, I'm not actually saying that Putin wants to start World War III, but there's a plan afoot. And let me tell you what that plan is. The deep state on his side of the world, which is no matter who was president, whether it was Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, still wants to antagonize Russia and push him into World War III. And I'll get you on to a little more what I think they have planned. I could be wrong. Okay. Now, also note that Vladimir Putin's got these mirror sunglasses on, and he's looking at a cat, a white cat. No, it's not my cat, Gold Digger, but I can guarantee you that the Russian media trolls out there probably have looked at a few of my videos with Putin the cat, because I've actually tweaked the hell out. I mean, if I was in Russia, I would have already been in a gulag a long time ago. But I'll tell you the truth, I do not dislike this guy. I just think that the people who worship everything he does and worship the ground he walks on, they're naive. But Putin is probably far more logical and has more honor than maybe not all our politicians over here, but quite a few of them, I could say. And he's got more discipline. Now, with Donald Trump, I knew he was never going to be what the heck he said he was going to be during his election with all his promises. I know he's a super salesman, but actually he's better than I thought he was. But don't expect too much. I mean, we got to the point now where the United States is no longer an independent republic of people that are free entrepreneurs. We're an empire. You know, they bleed all the peasants dry, and they got bases all over the world, and they're feeding all the nefarious deep state agencies all kinds of money, whether it be drug money or legitimate tax money. Now, Donald Trump actually, all things considered, it's about the best you can hope for. But, I think some people have gotten disillusioned with him. I haven't. Actually, I've realized that he's better than I thought he was, but I never thought much in the beginning that, I know he's BSing with all these promises. He can't do all that, man. Nobody can. But, here's the problem. Here's the thing that Russia recognizes and Vladimir Putin recognizes. The ones that really control things it's not the president. Like we got your back. The NSA, the CIA, FBI, DOJ, IRS, Homeland Security, and, Department of Drug Enforcement, and G4S, the Independent Security Agency, where all those retired people from CIA, the FBI, NSA go. Now, here's me with Vladimir Putin's the cat, or Putin the cat, and I can tell you right now, I know that the Russian media spies and trolls out there that are working over on the other side, I'm sure they looked at some of my videos with this cat. They probably don't even know what the hell to think of it after a while, because I am just messing around. You know what I mean? And I thought this cat was a Russian blue. It turned out to be an Abyssinian, so I named him Putin. And I figured I was going to have fun saying stuff about Putin and Putin the cat, but after a while I got tired of doing that because, there's juicier targets out there like Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush. But anyway, for all you people that think the end times is coming, that's another thing. When I mentioned World War III, the end times is coming. It's all written in the Bible. You know what? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. There ain't going to be no savior. I mean, he's coming again. Even Jewish people think there's going to be a savior. They're waiting for a savior. Ain't no savior. Forget it. There's no savior. The savior is us. Now, this guy Putin, actually, I kind of like him, to tell you the truth. I'm scared of him like if I was in Russia. But to tell you the truth, the guy has got a reasonable brain. He does not want to start World War III. The deep state on our side is trying to antagonize him into starting World War III. And Russia does have all these secret weapons. I don't know if this is one of their secret weapons. This is just like an image of something with a red star on it that looks like a secret weapon. But they have a lot of advances. Truth is, nobody really knows what the other side has exactly. Now, I personally think that the United States has far more secret weapons than the Russians do. Just a hunch, but I think they do. But this is what I think is how it's going to play out. I think the deep state, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it, the ones behind the scenes that really control the United States, not the president, are continually trying to antagonize Russia. They also brought down the oil prices to piss them off and to keep their money at a minimum coming from export, where they get money from. Because 60% of their dollars comes from the export of oil, right? Well, that was to try to hold them back, as far as developing, military technologies. The other side of it was to also, they're trying to make them into a vassal state for the New World Order, which will be controlled by the West. Putin definitely doesn't want to go along with that. And they're trying to antagonize Putin. Now, what I think is going to play out is this. Like our aircraft carriers that we have in the Navy, those things are extremely vulnerable. A lot of stuff that we have in the military is designed to fight wars decades past, and also to fight wars that are not with countries that are have as highly sophisticated military like the Russians do. And I know on paper it looks like our military is really, really, really big. Yeah, it's really big and expensive, but I don't know what the hell you're getting for that money. The other side of it is this. What I think the deep state has planned is to let the conventional forces of the United States, the Army and the Navy and even the Air Force, really get whacked and wiped out hard. And they're going to come back with the secret weapons, and the secret weapons will defeat Russia. Taking a guess on this, but the rationale for them wanting to see the conventional force of the United States get really wiped out really hard is to soften up what's left of America to go into a world government. Because then it'll be like, we have to, because this idea of nations fighting each other is going to lead to the destruction of humanity, right? So you got to make, I'm assuming this is their game. I mean, it's logical. I could think just as devious as anybody else. I'm pretty much right on the wavelength of these guys, and I think I'm right. Now, if you look in the United States, one of the big targets is going to be California, military bases, Texas, military bases. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff out Midwest, but also on the East Coast, where the biggest GDP infrastructure is, and even including Florida, because Florida, I used to think, why the hell would they hit Florida? It's not a bunch of swamps. But in World War II, they used to think that the Germans were going to hit Florida and land in Florida because of the huge coastline. So they set up a whole bunch of Air Force bases in Florida, including you got Cape Canaveral and Nassau and all that. And it's actually a very juicy target. Plus, it's flat, so there's not much to protect it with mountains and stuff. So that's another one. Florida, Maryland, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Boston, New York, Philadelphia. Hey, that's half the GDP in the United States. Then you hit in the east, on the West Coast, Sacramento area. There's another 25%. You hit Dallas. Hey, goodbye. It's done. So that's what I think. What'll happen. I mean, they're probably not going to hit the interior. Hopefully, I'll be far enough away from that. I'm going to get the hell out of Florida. But one of the other problems we got too is anybody trying to say, I'm not trying to scare people with this. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I don't know. I mean, how the hell would I know what the future is? Do I got a crystal ball? Even if I knew the Bible word for word and I thought I was really smart, you think that would still tell me what's going to happen? I doubt it. But, I'm just giving my honest opinion on this. I think this is what they're trying to tweak Russia to goad them to attack. I don't think Putin wants to do this, but he stated very recently, I mean, within the last few weeks, he showed all their freaking secret weapons. He even showed a thing hitting the United States with a freaking nuke. He says if the United States attacks any one of our allies, Syria, Iran, or whatever, we're gonna retaliate full on. I don't think this guy was kidding. Okay, you don't mess around, man. He's not a flip-flop artist like a lot of politicians here in the United States. Now, on YouTube, I know they kind of had the big they're having this purge. Maybe it's still ongoing. I don't know. This channel, American Russian Survival, isn't even monetized. Nobody's freaking watching it anyway. But I should add like Google to this. The firing squad. Anybody, maybe I'm not. How do I know I'm telling you my opinion? Okay, This is my opinion. I do not know this, but I got a pretty good sense of what's going on. But, if I can't tell you my opinion, because I'm going to be up on a firing squad every time, I mean, that's pretty scary, you know what I mean? And I'm going to say what I think will happen if it plays out where Russia wins. Now, I know a lot of people looked at that movie way back when. I never watched the whole movie. I saw clips of it sometimes. Red Dawn, where they're coming in with the parachutes. They're not going to have to do that. We haven't had too many politicians in this country that weren't sellouts. JFK, he was an honest guy. Remember him? Back then, I'm surprised the media liked him because he was honest. Trump, Trump and JFK are pretty close to each other, I think, in a lot of ways. And, maybe Trump's not going to last. Trump's not even been in office. It took JFK, a few years before he got shot, remember? So, you never know. I mean, it was 2 years and 11 months, right? He was in office, then he, I don't know. Trump ain't even been that long. Who knows? But, the deal is, say, for instance, because I really wouldn't know how this is going to play out. I think the United States got enough secret weapons that they're going to whack Russia in the long run. They're going to win. But, say they didn't. Would Russia be able to take over the United States? I'd say, yeah. You know how they're going to do it? Just like throwing out a ladder with money. We got so many sellout politicians already in the Congress and also everywhere, And also we got sellout people in the media that are afraid to freaking cover the tough stories. And you got little people like me on YouTube trying to say something once in a while. And they say, no, you can't say that. But you know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? In other words, if you throw out that ladder, you're not going to have to come in here with parachutes and, guns and stuff and make the people, you just got to find some sellout jackasses and give them some kind of money. They'll do the work for you. That's how they do it here in the United States. That's what the Russians would probably do, And as long as the rules weren't as draconian as it was before, because you know how it is in New Jersey, man. I think New Jersey's probably worse than freaking the old Soviet Union. It's getting under Phil Murphy. So, I mean, if we got a little more freedom, people probably wouldn't care. Hey, new ruler's better, But I don't know where this is going, to tell you the truth. But I think that they definitely are trying to tweak and antagonize Putin into doing something. So, and maybe that's going to be the cover story for the collapse of the financial system, and I don't know what the hell exactly they're doing. But they obviously are antagonizing Russia by putting a whole bunch of tactical nuclear weapons, strategic nuclear weapons near their border and pointing them at them, having all these ships and destroyers and everything inside the Balkan Sea with all, nuclear capability, and telling them, let's, we got them over here right on your border in the Baltic Sea because of Iran. Yeah, right, get out of here. And, that's what they tell them, right? And the deal is, I think, they definitely are. I mean, that I don't even think is an opinion. They're definitely trying to antagonize Russia. And Putin so far has been really cool about doing anything. And now, just in the last couple of weeks, he's saying, we're not putting up with this anymore. That's what he said. That doesn't mean the end's coming next week, because I don't know. I mean, and I don't even know how many secret weapons Russia's got. I mean, but I tell you, I think when they were in Syria, they showed that they had some really good cruise missiles and helicopters, and they were surprised they were that far ahead in their technology. So Russia's, but on the other side of what Russia is, their troops are more disciplined. God, the United States, I mean, it's gotten to be, we got, like way back when the KGB said to make the American youth less tough. The millennials today, going in the military, man, you can't tell them orders. You can't tell them nothing. It's like ridiculous. Everything's about, looking for paying bennies and how much I'm going to get, or going to the next rank, or, can I go to college free or something like that, or you're going to pay for my health care, or can I get married and get off base, get housing, and, we'll get rations and all this other wonderful stuff, freaking the Russians, some of these guys are growing their own food just to survive, you know? They're already pre-trained without even having formal training because they know how to survive because they don't even have enough food sometimes. So, you know, and you know, people are always in this little cop-out bubble about Jesus. You know, hey, you know, fine. You know, if you want to do whatever you want, but, you know, don't think this guy's going to come down from the sky and just save the whole day. I don't think so. You know, you want to believe that, fine. But you know what I always say that is? That's something to also control you. Believing in that stuff is another way whereby you don't take action because you figure, oh, Jesus is going to fix it all in the end. Nothing to do about it except pray. Yeah, sure. Anyway, and I'll guarantee you, Putin's people have seen my videos with Putin the cat. I know they did. Hi, whatever. You know what? I'm just messing around. I don't really care. You know that? You guys over there in Russia are too serious. You really are. You got nice hot women. You're blonde, blue eyes, and they drink vodka, and I like that. But, you know, you guys are too serious, man. You really are. And, but I do, you know, I don't want to say, like, I'm in the same category of these Putin worshippers, but this guy has a brain and he's reasonable. He doesn't want to start World War III. He's being pushed into it. And it may turn out this might be one time the elite in this country who goad people into starting wars, usually, which is usually what they, you know, they go to Japan at the firing the first shot in Pearl Harbor. You know that? When they cut them off their oil supply. Remember that? You know they did that. They goaded, I mean, not that I was a fan of Hirohito and Imperial Japan, but, you know, they goaded them into doing that. And they also, and I'm not a fan of Saddam Hussein, but, you know, they set him up with that Kuwait deal, right? You know, they did that too, right? I mean, come on, you know, what are you kidding me? So, you know, but maybe one time they're going to set something up and it's going to backfire because nobody knows. Everybody's human. You know, everybody's human. What the hell? People make mistakes, including the elite. I mean, everybody in the elite on one side or the other side thinks they got it all figured out. But somebody is going to be on a losing end and somebody's going to be on a winning end. How do you know Vlad's not going to be on a winning end? You don't know. He might be. It's possible. I don't know. Vlad, if you win, leave my cat alone. I like my Putin the cat. He's my favorite cat. And by the way, you know that cat, he's got to get his rabies shots here pretty soon. I got to take him in for a 3-year rabies shot. And, you know, I know he's looking at a little white cat in his glasses. If you look on the glasses on the right of your screen, there's a little white cat. That almost looks like Gold Digger, except it doesn't have the black nose. But I'm going to say that Putin is not willingly going to start World War III. It's been a plan of our guys for years for him to start it. And it's pretty also obvious because the real candidate they wanted was Hillary Clinton. And she wanted to start World War III over some garbage that the Russians were trying to hack the election or something. I don't know what the hell she was trying to start over nothing. I mean, it was something stupid, something she made up. You know what I mean? So that's an indication. What Hillary said about Russia is a good indication. It's sharing a glaring light on the people that were behind her, what they really want to do. So Putin's not going to start World War III because he wants to. It's because they're trying to force his hand. And it looks like they're getting successful at doing that. I don't know. So anyway, we'll see how this plays out. And I don't know how much my American-Russian survival channel will help you. Ain't much on here, man. I got some backpacks and stuff like that, and some tactical knives and fire starters. I mean, I don't know what's on there, man. No nuclear umbrella stuff yet. We'll see about that later. Maybe if I get up to Tennessee, I'll build a bomb shelter. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully I get the hell up there pretty soon, man. It's a lot of work. Taking me more time to get my shit together to get up there. But anyway, Vlad, have a nice day. And, you know, if you ever want to send me one of them hot Russian chicks from over there, I'll take it. Because you know what? These girls down here are too spoiled. They really are. They really are. You know, maybe she can help me make some moonshine one up in Tennessee, and she can get drunk off this stuff. Anyway, over and out.